My partner just came out as transgender, and now I don't know where that leaves our relationship. OP21F has been dating her partner, 21, for 3 years. When they got together, her partner identified as male. Yesterday, her partner came out as a transgender woman. OP loves her deeply and wants to support her through her transition, but she's straight and has only ever been attracted to men. She doesn't want to hurt her partner, but she's struggling with what this means for their romantic future and whether she can stay in a relationship with a woman. She's torn between her love for her partner and her own sexual orientation and feels guilty for even questioning it. OP wants to do what's best for both of them, but doesn't know if staying or leaving is the right decision. TLDR, partner came out as a transgender woman. OP loves her, but is straight and unsure if she can stay in the relationship without compromising her own identity. Unsure what to do. My parents, 40s-50s, are addicted to video games, and it's taking over their lives. I, early 20s, recently moved back in with my mom and stepdad, and they've become completely obsessed with ARK, Survival Evolved. What started as a fun hobby has turned into them playing every single day, often from the moment my stepdad gets home from work until midnight, and all day on weekends. They've logged over 2,000 hours each, barely talk to me anymore, and even dinner gets delayed because they don't want to leave the game. My mom only talks about ARK, and my stepdad once begged to use my computer so their characters wouldn't die after 7 days of inactivity. My little brother now plays with them constantly too. I know gaming can be relaxing, but this feels like a real addiction. They turn down family time and don't see anyone outside the house anymore. I've tried to bring it up gently, but my mom just says they use it to decompress. How can I talk to them about this without sounding judgmental? Has anyone else dealt with something like this? TLDR, my parents have become addicted to ARK, Survival Evolved. They play all day, ignore family time, and it's worrying me. How can I bring it up kindly? My mom found out about my private life and says she'll never forgive me. I, 27F, grew up in a very conservative, religious family, and my mom, 55F, has always had strict expectations for how I should live. I live abroad now, and things were fine between us until something happened that completely broke our relationship. I gave her my old phone because hers stopped working. Beforehand, I deleted WhatsApp, thinking all my personal messages were gone. But when she reinstalled it, all my old chats came back, including private, flirty conversations that revealed I'm sexually active. When she saw them, she lost it. She said I'd brought her shame, that I wasn't her daughter anymore, and that she regretted having me. She blocked me, then unblocked me just to say cruel things. She even threatened to show my relatives the chats if I told them we're no longer speaking. This isn't the first time she's reacted like this. She had warned me that if something like this happened again, she'd cut me off for good. And this time, she did. I feel shattered. I keep blaming myself, but deep down I know her reaction is extreme. Still, the guilt, shame, and loneliness are overwhelming. I don't know whether to try to reach out again or finally accept that she's gone from my life, even though she's still alive. TLDR, my mom, 55F, found out I'm sexually active and completely disowned me because of our conservative religious background. I, 27F, feel devastated and don't know if I should try to fix things or let go. My husband's insecurity is making him criticize my workouts. How do I talk to him about it? I, 27F, have pros, and regular exercise has been key to managing my health. I usually walk a mile, use my exercise bike for 45 to 60 minutes, and do squats or Stairmaster when I can. It's not extreme, just part of my routine. When my husband, 34M, and I were dating, he always praised my consistency and discipline. But since getting married and moving in together, his attitude has shifted. Now he constantly criticizes how I work out, saying 15 minutes on the bike is enough, my walks are too long, and even that my squats are definitely wrong. When I get ready to exercise, he sometimes gets pouty or says, "Why don't you want to spend time with me?" It's frustrating and discouraging, especially since I've actually gained a bit of weight recently. I suspect his comments come from his own insecurity about his body, but I'm starting to feel punished for taking care of myself. I love him and want to be kind, but I also need him to respect my choices and stop making me feel guilty for maintaining my health. How can I bring this up without it turning into a fight? TLDR, my husband used to praise my fitness, but now criticizes and guilt trips me for exercising. I think it stems from his own insecurities, but I need advice on how to talk to him about respecting my routine. My husband isn't the man I married. Can the spark ever come back? I, 25F, have been married to my husband, 28M, for just 1 year, and I feel like I'm married to a completely different person than the man who courted me. When we were dating, he was obsessed, love letters, playlists, journaling about me, constant affection and passion. I matched that energy and truly thought we had something rare. But after the wedding, everything changed. The passion faded, which I know can be normal, but the emotional roller coaster has been exhausting. He's asked for a divorce multiple times over small things, then comes back begging me to stay and promising to do better. It's like he creates problems that don't exist. We've been stable for the last 5 months, but something still feels off. He says he loves me, calls me his soulmate, and takes me on dates, but the affection, the spark, the warmth is gone. I haven't changed. I still treat him the same way, but it feels like he just doesn't see me the same anymore. I can't tell if he got addicted to the honeymoon phase and lost interest once things got real, or if this is something deeper going on mentally or emotionally. I still love him deeply, but I'm tired and starting to lose hope that he'll ever be the man I fell in love with. TLDR, my husband, 28M, was passionately in love with me, 25F, before marriage, but after we got married, he became distant, erratic, and less affectionate. Things have calmed down lately, but the spark feels gone. Can couples ever truly get that back? My husband, 40M, keeps staying with his female colleague on work trips, and I'm not okay with it. I, 38F, completely trust my husband. This isn't about cheating. It's about boundaries and respect. He works in a small creative group with a female colleague, 45F, single, who he collaborates with often. When he travels for work, he stayed at her place, first on her couch in City C, then more recently, she stayed with him at his parents' house in our hometown for almost a week. I didn't even know she'd be staying there until he was already leaving. If he'd mentioned it earlier, I would have said something like, "Hey, maybe it's better if she stays in a hotel. It's more professional and respectful." But he didn't, and now he's saying it's just about convenience and saving money. Here's the thing, I trust him completely. But all week, while they were working, eating meals, and spending long days together, I couldn't stop thinking about it. The thought of them sharing personal space makes me uncomfortable. I keep wondering, why doesn't he see how this might make me feel? To make matters worse, this all happened right before my mom's memorial service. When I asked him to come stay with me that weekend, he almost chose to stay with his colleague at his parents' house instead because he didn't want her to feel uncomfortable. That really broke me. I needed his support, and he prioritized her comfort over mine. I know when I bring this up, he'll probably say I'm overreacting or being silly. He hates confrontation and gets defensive easily. But I need him to understand this isn't about jealousy. It's about respect, emotional awareness, and the fact that sharing accommodations with another woman just isn't appropriate when you're married. How do I have this conversation without it turning into an argument and get him to actually hear how this makes me feel? TLDR, my husband, 40M, stays with a female colleague, 45F, when they travel for work, even letting her stay with him at his parents' house. I trust him, but it makes me deeply uncomfortable, especially since he prioritized her comfort over mine during my mom's memorial. I need to tell him this is a boundary issue, but I don't know how to make him understand without getting defensive. My girlfriend won't stop talking even when I ask for quiet. How do I bring it up kindly? I, 26M, love my girlfriend, 30F, and we've been together for almost a year. She's funny, warm, and always has something to say, which I usually love. But lately, it's become overwhelming. She talks constantly, even when I tell her I need quiet to focus on work or recharge. She'll agree to give me space, but 5 minutes later she's back in the room, chatting like I never said anything. It's not that I don't enjoy talking with her, I do. I just need moderation. Sometimes her conversations feel one-sided, where I'm mostly nodding or murmuring while trying to concentrate on something else. It's starting to make me avoid being in the same room when I'm busy, which feels awful because I really do love her. I'm scared that if I bring it up, she'll think I'm bored of her or that I don't want to listen, when really, I just need a bit of peace sometimes. I don't want to hurt her feelings, but I also can't keep pretending it doesn't bother me. TLDR, my girlfriend, 30F, talks nonstop, even when I ask for quiet. I love her but need some silence to focus and recharge. How can I bring this up without making her feel rejected? My girlfriend refuses to save money, and it's putting our future on hold. I, 31M, have been with my girlfriend, 28F, for 6 years. We both still live with our families, and we both work full-time. I've spent the last few years saving aggressively, so we can finally move out next year, but she hasn't saved anything, not even close. We've had the same conversation over and over. She spends everything she earns, takes out personal loans every paycheck for extra cash, and still ends up broke before the next pay period. She says she has too many bills, but realistically, her expenses shouldn't be wiping out her entire income. I've offered to budget with her, sit down with her finances, or help her figure out a realistic savings plan. But every time, she says, it's my money. You can't tell me what to do. Eventually, she comes around and promises to start saving, maybe $100 a month. But a year passes, and her savings account is empty again. Nothing changes. Now she's been demoted to part-time, her income is unpredictable, and she still refuses to budget. Meanwhile, I'm saving, planning, and ready for the next step, but I can't move forward alone. I love her, but it feels like we're stuck in a loop. I'm trying to build a future, and she's living paycheck to paycheck by choice. I don't know how much longer I can put my goals on hold while she refuses to take responsibility for her finances. TLDR, I've saved for years to move out with my girlfriend of 6 years, but she refuses to save money or budget, spends everything she earns, and takes out loans every paycheck. I don't know how to move forward when we have totally different financial habits. My girlfriend is amazing 90% of the time, but the other 10% is destroying me. I, 31M, have been with my girlfriend, 29F, for about a year and a half, and we've lived together for 6 months. Most of the time, she's incredible, loving, funny, and caring. But every once in a while, it's like a switch flips. When she's stressed or something goes wrong, logic disappears, and she becomes someone else, angry, insulting, and unfair. For example, she recently had a horrible travel day with delays and chaos. I stayed in touch the whole time, helping her find flights, keeping her company on the phone, even sharing my Netflix login so she could relax. Later that night, while I was out comforting a friend who had just lost his mom, she texted me saying I didn't care about her and accused me of being selfish and even misogynistic, all because my text wasn't emotional enough. This kind of outburst happens maybe 10% of the time, but it's unpredictable and exhausting. I'm constantly on edge, afraid I'll say or do the wrong thing. When I bring it up, she apologizes, but then blames my actions for triggering her. She's shown some improvement, but it's still happening too often. She's coming home tomorrow, and I need to make it clear that this is a serious issue, one that could end our relationship if it doesn't change. I don't want to threaten her, but I can't keep living with this constant anxiety. TLDR, my girlfriend, 29F, is loving and wonderful most of the time, but when she's stressed, she lashes out cruelly and blames me for everything. It's been happening for months with little improvement, and I'm not sure how to make her understand this is becoming a deal breaker. My ex is doing everything right after abusing our kids, but can people like him really change? I, 33F, filed for divorce 2 months ago after years of my husband, 40M, physically and verbally abusing our 2 kids, 6F, 4M. He never hurt me directly, but I have videos, photos, and countless memories of him screaming at or hitting our children. I finally called CPS and left after realizing that my kids deserved one safe home, and the only way to guarantee that was without him in it. Since I filed, he's completely changed, or at least that's what he says. He joined AA, quit drinking, found a higher power, started anger management and therapy, and goes to meetings every day. He's remorseful, says he was sick back then, and is begging me to pause the divorce to give our family another chance. He's saying all the right things, but I'm torn. He's been abusive before to his first wife and their daughter, which I didn't find out about until after I filed. Now he says this time is different because he's finally getting help. Under our temporary custody orders, he only gets supervised visits, and the reports say he's been great with the kids, patient, loving, attentive. Part of me wants to believe he's changed. The other part remembers the fear in my children's eyes and how hard it was to leave. I don't hate him, but I'm terrified that believing him would undo everything I fought to protect. TLDR, I divorced my husband, 40M, after years of him abusing our kids. Now he's sober, in therapy, and begging for another chance. I want to believe he's changed, but I'm scared I'd be risking my children's safety if I did. My boyfriend's mom keeps making hurtful comments, and I don't know if I should face her or walk away. I, 20F, have been dating my boyfriend, 20M, for almost 2 years. He's currently in USCG boot camp, and his graduation is this Friday. While he's been away, I've spent time with his aunt, cousins, and sometimes his mom, but lately, his mom has been making comments that really hurt. She constantly reminds me that he's a mama's boy and only misses her. Once, when I mentioned I hoped he'd call me during his free time, she said, "No, he'll only have time to call me, he's busy." The worst was when she told me, "I'm the most important to him, and you're not important at all." It honestly crushed me. I told my boyfriend about it, and he said he'd talk to her, but I'm still dreading seeing her at his graduation. I really want to skip family day afterward, not because I don't want to celebrate him, but because I don't want my hurt feelings to ruin it or cause a scene if she says something again. At the same time, I don't want to upset or disappoint him. I was planning to make it up to him once he's home by doing something special together. I just don't know if I should force myself to be there for him or protect my peace and avoid another emotional blow. TLDR, my boyfriend's mom keeps making mean, jealous comments that make me uncomfortable. I want to skip family day at his graduation to protect my peace, but I'm worried it'll upset him. My boyfriend told another girl he loved her and lied she was his sister. I, 21F, have been dating my boyfriend, 23M, for just a month. It's the first relationship for both of us, and we even shared our first kiss and first time together. Everything felt special, until I found out he's been Snapchatting another girl the entire time. When he was asleep, I went through his phone, I know, not great, because I had a gut feeling something was off. I found messages between him and this girl. They've been talking for 2 years, telling each other, "I love you," and sending selfies back and forth. The worst part? When I asked him about her before, he lied and said she was his sister. Twice. When I confronted him now, he cried, said he only loves me, and that he said "I love you" to her just because. He swears they never met since she lives about 140 miles away, and he blocked her after I found out. Now I'm stuck. Part of me wants to believe he's being honest and that this was just immaturity or confusion, but another part of me can't get over the lies, especially him pretending she was family. It's only been a month, but I really did fall for him, and I don't know if forgiveness is possible this early on. TLDR, my boyfriend, 23M, has been messaging another girl for 2 years, told her he loved her, and lied that she was his sister. He swears it's over and wants forgiveness, but I don't know if I can trust him again. My boyfriend lied about his age for a year. Now I don't know if I can trust anything. I, 22F, just found out that my boyfriend, 38M, who I've been officially dating for 6 months, has been lying about his age since the day we met. He told me he was 31 when he was actually 38. I wasn't sure about the age gap at first, but because we clicked so well, I gave it a chance, thinking it was a 7-year difference, not 16. Everything came crashing down during some legal paperwork today. He kept handing his ID upside down to staff and wouldn't let me see it, even when I asked calmly. That's when I knew something was off. When we got home, I confronted him and said I couldn't trust him unless he showed me his ID. After a lot of avoidance, he finally admitted it. He lied because he felt insecure, old, and assumed I'd never date him otherwise. He said he planned to tell me eventually, that he felt guilty and that everything between us was real, but that doesn't erase the fact that he lied about something huge for over a year. I had trusted him completely, imagined a future with him, and now I feel betrayed, confused, and heartbroken. And the worst part is, I still love him. Now I'm stuck wondering, can a relationship survive a lie this big? Or is this the point where I need to walk away for my own good? TLDR, my boyfriend, 38M, hid his real age for over a year and only admitted it when confronted. I'm devastated and unsure if the trust can ever be rebuilt. My boyfriend and our mutual friend crossed a line. Now I'm questioning everything. I, 26F, have been with my boyfriend, 28M, for nearly 3 years. He's sweet, creative, and has genuinely changed my life for the better. We've moved across the country together, built a cozy home, and are deeply intertwined, maybe too much. I make most of the money in our relationship and pay for everything, rent, food, even his clothes. I wanted to support his passion projects, but now I worry I've created a dynamic where he's dependent on me. It's starting to feel uneven in a way I can't ignore. Recently, things got messy with a mutual friend, 29F. There's obvious mutual attraction between them, and during a party, they started dancing, not innocent dancing, but grinding, touching, holding each other's faces. Then they went outside to talk about a potential threesome with me, something I never agreed to. I told him to have fun, not to flirt and cross boundaries in front of everyone. This isn't the first time she's made me uncomfortable. She once came over, dominated his attention, and even undressed in front of us while trying on my clothes. I tried to express how excluded I felt, and instead of apologizing, he asked, "Would you ever consider a threesome?" It broke something in me. I still love him, but I can't shake the feeling that he's pushing against our relationship, maybe even sabotaging it, to regain some control or freedom. I don't know if this is something we can fix or if I'm just waking up to a dynamic that no longer works for me. TLDR, my boyfriend, 28M, and our friend, 29F, have clear sexual tension. They danced intimately, discussed a threesome without my consent, and ignored my feelings. I also financially support him and feel our relationship has become unbalanced. I love him, but I don't know how to move forward. My boyfriend and our mutual friend are clearly attracted to each other, and now I feel confused and hurt. OP26F has been with her boyfriend, 28M, for almost 3 years. They're very enmeshed, live together, and she financially supports almost everything: rent, food, clothing, because she makes a lot of money and wants him to have time for his passion projects. Lately, she's worried she created a dependency. There's also a mutual friend, 29F, involved. OP knows there's mutual attraction between her boyfriend and this friend. Recently, in front of their friend group, the two of them danced in a very intimate, sexually charged way, grinding, holding each other's faces. Then they went outside to talk about a potential threesome with OP, something she never agreed to. Multiple people in the group were uncomfortable. This isn't the first incident. During another hangout, The friend monopolized OP's boyfriend's attention, making OP feel like a third wheel. The friend even changed clothes right in front of them while trying on OP's dresses. When OP later expressed feeling hurt and excluded, her boyfriend's response was, "Would you ever consider a threesome?" Which deeply stung. OP thinks all of this might reflect deeper issues in the relationship, especially how intertwined and dependent they've become. She loves commitment, but has recently been missing her independence and feels unsure about where to go from here. TLDR, OP financially supports her boyfriend and thinks he's become dependent. He crossed boundaries with a mutual friend he's attracted to, intimate dancing, threesome talk without consent, ignoring OP's feelings. OP is confused, hurt, and unsure what to do next. I lost $8,000 of our shared savings in a scam and lied. Now she's about to find out. I, 23M, have been with my girlfriend, 22F, for 2 years, and we've lived together for 6 months. She's amazing, kind, grounded, and financially responsible. I, on the other hand, grew up with money issues and wanted to prove I could be someone she could rely on. A few months ago, I made a horrible decision. I took $8,000 from our shared savings, money meant for a new apartment, and put it into what I thought was a promising investment. It turned out to be a total scam. I lost all of it. Since then, I've been lying. I've been working extra hours and slowly putting money back in, only about $1,200 so far, pretending everything's fine. She's been talking about apartment listings and budgeting, and every word feels like a knife. She's about to open our bank account to check our savings, and I know it's all about to blow up. I want to confess before she finds out, but I don't know how to do it in a way that shows how sorry I am and that I take full responsibility. I love her deeply, but I'm terrified this will destroy us. TLDR, I took $8,000 from our shared savings to invest in what turned out to be a scam. I've been lying to my girlfriend for months while trying to replace the money, and she's about to find out. How can I tell her the truth without completely ruining our relationship? How do I break up with my sensitive boyfriend without crushing him? I, 19F, recently started dating my boyfriend, 18M, and at first, I thought it was going to be something really special. He made me feel safe enough to open up again after years of avoiding relationships due to past trauma. But even though we've only been officially together for a week, things already feel off. He's extremely clingy and gets upset when I set boundaries, like wanting to spend time with my friends. He's also said really intense things like, "I'd die without you," and "You're more important than the stars," which might sound sweet, but honestly, it's overwhelming this early on. I constantly feel like I need to reassure him, and it's emotionally draining. The truth is, I don't think he's ready for a relationship, and maybe I'm not ready for one like this either. But because he's so sensitive and struggles with anxiety, I'm terrified of hurting him or making him spiral. I care about him, but I know staying just out of guilt isn't fair to either of us. TLDR, my boyfriend, 18M, is incredibly clingy, insecure, and emotionally intense after just 1 week of dating. I, 19F, want to end things, but I'm scared of hurting him because he's very sensitive and anxious. How can I do it gently? How do I break off my engagement without destroying him when the timing feels impossibly cruel? I, 26F, know I need to end things with my fiancé, 28M, of 7 years. I love him, but after a lot of reflection and hard truths I didn't want to admit, I realized the relationship can't continue. The problem is how and when to do it in a way that doesn't completely crush him. He lives with me in my family's home. It's not even our place. My parents don't live here, but my 2 adult sisters do. Asking him to leave feels like I'm kicking him out, even though he does have family he can stay with. It would still completely shake his stability. On top of that, he's struggling in school. He's overwhelmed, falling behind, and already stressed. I don't want to be the final blow while he's barely treading water. Even though I've told him multiple times that I'm unhappy, I know this will still hit him like a truck. Part of me wants to end it now because pretending everything is fine feels dishonest and emotionally draining. But the timing, it feels awful. His birthday is mid-December, then Christmas, then New Year's. Waiting feels cruel. Ending it now also feels cruel. I'm torn between doing what's best for my own mental health and trying to shield him from more pain, but I'm also not sure how much longer I can keep living like this. I've never broken up with someone in such a serious, intertwined relationship before, and I honestly don't know how to do it in a way that causes the least damage. TLDR, I need to break up with my fiance, who lives with me and is struggling in school. But with his birthday and holidays coming up, the timing feels terrible. Ending it now feels cruel. Waiting feels dishonest. I don't know the kindest way to do this. How do I ask family to include me in the holidays without sounding needy? I'm 55M and recently found myself without immediate family, no spouse, no kids, no one at home. The holidays are coming up and honestly, I'm dreading them. I have a brother with his own family in one city and an aunt, uncle, and cousins in another. In the past, I've always just waited for an invitation, but now that my own family is gone, I realize those invites might not come. My sister-in-law once said, "We've got to get you to come out sometime," and my aunt said, "We need to stay in touch," but I don't know if either of those were actual invitations or just polite talk. Still, I'd really love to spend Thanksgiving or Christmas with family. I'd even stay in a hotel to make it easy. How do I ask without sounding desperate or making things awkward? I just don't want to spend another holiday completely alone. TLDR, I, 55M, don't have close family anymore and want to spend the holidays with relatives, but I'm not sure how direct I can be about asking for an invitation. 5 years, a house, a baby, but still no proposal. How long am I supposed to wait? I, 32F, have been with my boyfriend, 34M, for 5 years, though we've known each other for more than a decade as coworkers. When we finally got together, everything clicked fast. We bought a house within 2 years, got a dog, had a baby, built a stable family. I'm genuinely happy with the life we've created. But the one thing that hasn't moved forward is marriage. We talked about getting married from the very beginning. Even when I was pregnant, people teased him about when he'd propose, and it always seemed like something that was coming soon. But here we are, 5+ years in, and he still hasn't taken any steps toward engagement. His argument is money, that we can't afford a ring or a wedding. I get that. We've had a couple of financial setbacks, and things aren't perfect. But I've told him multiple times that I'm fine with a simple gold band and a courthouse wedding. We can upgrade later. I just want the commitment we've already been living like for years. At this point, I don't want to plan my own engagement or keep hinting. I just want him to want it too. And I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait or what my next step should be if he keeps avoiding it. TLDR, together 5 years, have a house and a child, and marriage has always been in the plan. But my boyfriend says we're too broke to get engaged or married, even cheaply, and still hasn't made any move. I'm ready for marriage, but he keeps stalling. What do I do now? 29 weeks pregnant and just tested positive for chlamydia. My husband says it's a false reading. I, 30F, am 29 weeks pregnant and just found out I tested positive for chlamydia. I've been married to my husband, 31M, for almost 3 years. He recently came back from deployment, and not long after, I started having symptoms, which I assumed were just pregnancy-related changes. When I told him about the test, his reaction was odd. He said maybe I got it from a public toilet, or that it's a false positive because of pregnancy. Now he wants to talk to my OB/GYN to get me retested and test himself to clear his name. He's completely denying cheating, but none of his explanations make sense. What hurts even more is that he isn't angry or confused, just calm and saying, "I trust you." It feels off. If he truly thought I gave it to him, wouldn't he be upset? I'm heartbroken, confused, and trying to stay calm for the baby, but I can't stop thinking that he must have cheated. TLDR, I'm 29 weeks pregnant and just tested positive for chlamydia. My husband is denying cheating and blaming a false positive, but his reaction feels suspicious.